Good evening. Welcome to Epiphany Lutheran Church in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Kevin Barger, the Director of Music Ministry. This is our Music Minute. We're taking a look at the hymns we'll be using in worship tomorrow, which is our third Sunday after Epiphany. And we're going to go in order. We only have 3 tomorrow. We have a special guest that'll be joining us with some extra music tomorrow, so we won't be singing a communion hymn tomorrow as an assembly. But we'll start with our gathering hymn, Word of God, Come Down to Earth. And this is from the early 1900s. It's the oldest of our 3 hymns this week. It's a prayer that runs out some of the implications of the incarnate Word. It's really based on John 1:14, which is the Word became flesh and lived among us. And it comes to us from With One Voice, the blue hymnal supplement that we had a while ago. Its text author was born in Scotland and worked there, and he was very active in ecumenical affairs. This is Dearest Word of God, Come Down to Earth. It's also Dearest Jesus at Your Word, among other titles. All right. Next, we'll move to a very different style hymn, and that is Streams of Living Justice. This was written in 1989, so a lot more recent than the Gathering hymn. There was a search for hymns about justice, and that's when this was written. It originally had 4 stanzas, and our hymnal has shortened it to 3. We omitted a verse. We are not the only hymnal that has done that. Most hymnals have done it, and I'll tell you why in a second. This was written at a time where there was great religious and racial disputes throughout the world, included images from the Holocaust, and that was in that verse 2, that it's been a little bit toned down. Its author was born in Ontario, and I'm going to read you the words from verse 2, which we do not sing. The dreaded disappearance of family and friends, the torture and the silence, the fear that knows no end, the mother with her candle, the child who holds a gun, the old one nursing hatred. All seek release to come. Each candle burns for freedom. Each lights a tyrant's fall. Each flower placed for martyrs gives tongues to silenced call. So those are the words that we have left out of our hymnal, and you might see why. The tune, you'll know to this, this is from Gustav Holst, The Planets, and you might recognize it, very stately tune, Thaxted. This is Let Streams of Living Justice. Beautiful, beautiful tune and text. All right, our ascending hymn will be Praise the One Who Breaks the Darkness. This was written in 1986, so similar to the time period for the one we just did. And it was published in the Lutheran Journal first, and then it went on to 10 hymnals in the United States, Canada, and Scotland. Its author was doing a Bible study on the life and ministry of Jesus. And this text moves from praising the one who breaks the darkness and does other liberating deeds of mercy to one who makes us one. And in the words of the author, it is astounding how much Jesus did in such a brief earthly ministry. Yet more astounding is how God's blessing and saving acts continue on through Christ. How can we do other than to praise this light in the darkness? And with that, praise the one who breaks the darkness. All right. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope that you enjoyed those hymns and will come sing them with us tomorrow, perhaps in person here in the sanctuary, 8:30 and 11. As I mentioned, we will have a special guest with us tomorrow. I'm not going to say who it is, so that you hopefully will come baited with anticipation and excitement and want to be a part of that. So we will see you again next week for the fourth Sunday after Epiphany. Hope you have a great week. Thanks again for joining me.